Did I really just turn down writing a song with Mac Davis and Dean Dillon?
Talking to Brad Paisley the other day, and he said he's been up late nights working on some cartoon for a show that he plans to put up on the screens.
Take a look around. If you can't get inspired here, you can't get inspired anywhere.
This week on Headline Country. Country returns to the Rockies as Jake Owen joins an A-list cast of tunesmiths for the inaugural Crested Butte Songwriters Festival. It's reality check time for the band Perry. Well, virtual reality. Which newcomers are going to make the cut for this year's ACM Awards? We'll run down the 8 semi-finalists and let you know how you can help pick the final 3 nominees for New Artist of the Year.
Hey, we're the band Perry. Headline Country starts right now.
Hello everybody, I'm Stormy Warren from beautiful Mount Crested Butte, Colorado. Welcome to Headline Country. For over a decade, Crested Butte was home to the annual fundraising event known as Country in the Rockies, where all proceeds benefited the T.J. Martell Foundation for Cancer Research. After a few years of a sabbatical, some of Nashville's top songwriters and artists are back in Crested Butte for the first annual Crested Butte Songwriters Festival. Same heart, same goal, maybe just a little bit more of an organic approach.
I'm ready to stay.
Take a look around. If you can't get inspired here, you can't get inspired anywhere.
It's one of those places where you go and you can meditate and feel close to God.
In a remote corner of the Rocky Mountains of Colorado sits one of America's last traditional ski towns, Crested Butte.
I've been all over Colorado to Breckenridge and Keystone and places like that, and they're fun, but it just seems way more laid back up here.
There's a rose out in the garden.
Long known for its bohemian culture of love for both nature and art, Crested Butte is the perfect spot for a songwriter festival.
Sun shining and going down the mountain's nice. Taking the ride up on the chairlift is good.
Damn, baby, damn.
It's great. It's great. I like it smaller. Less is more.
Newcomers like Arista recording artist Kristen Kelly soaked in the Rocky Mountain backdrop while listening in awe to her songwriting heroes like Dean Dillon, Robert Earl Keen, and 70s and 80s icon Mac Davis.
It's an honor to be here and be a part of the festival and just be in the presence of all these great writers, and then larger honor to get the time to sit down and write with them.
You just want to consider yourself as just a songwriter like all the rest of everybody?
That's what I am. I'm just a songwriter. That's what'll go on my tomb. These are some great songwriters here, and I'm, like I said, I'm totally honored that they asked me to come.
That's the coolest thing about country music is almost every one of the icons or legends that you meet, they're the nicest people in the world.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. What are we doing? We're doing the best that we can. There you go.
For many of the biggest hit makers on the trip, the festival was a chance to celebrate some of their most listened to songs, as BMI presented Mac, Dean, and current song stud Rodney Clausen with certificates honoring million and multi-million airplays on radio.
Now you only have yourself to blame.
I don't really do this much, get out and sing songs I've written. I write them and pass them off and kind of step away and don't really know how to sing them, but it was kind of fun sitting down and learning a few.
The festival's current star in residence was Florida boy Jake Owen. He too is honored for a few of his most recent hits. Crested Butte is a long way from the warm sun and sandy beaches he's used to.
All this is water, man, that's frozen. That's all it is. Ready to do this right now. I took a couple spills, but you know, that's all part of learning. It's like anything in life. If you fall down, you got to get yourself back up and keep going.
With shows in some of the town of Crested Butte's most famous watering holes like Cochevers and the Eldo, and the beautiful Center for the Performing Arts, local music lovers enjoyed a full weekend of entertainment from the people who actually create the music.
Marina Del Rey.
But it wasn't just about the music. The festival also helped raise money for 2 cancer-related charities, the T.J. Martell Foundation and the local branch for the Rodeo Breast Cancer Awareness Campaign, Tough Enough to Wear Pink.
It's just coming together of two great organizations and hoping we can raise a lot of money to do a lot of people a lot of good.
There's a lot of awareness already, but there can always be more.
Just being here for the cause and meeting the writers, these guys, and hearing these great songs, you know, it's great to be a part of it.
Well, I can't tell you how good it feels to be back on Mount Crested Butte. For more information on the two charities, TJ Martell and Tough Enough to Wear Pink, visit tjmartellfoundation.org or toughenough-to-wear-pink.com. We'll be right back. Coming up, the band Perry take us behind the scenes as they prepared for their supporting role on Brad Paisley's current virtual reality tour. Well, while we are busy raising money for cancer research here at the first annual Crested Butte Songwriters Festival, sibling trio the band Perry are busy on the road with Brad Paisley and his brand new virtual reality 2012 tour. We caught up with Kimberly, Neal, and Reed as they made final preparations for their big run across the country.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses.
The band Perry came out of the gate strong in 2011 with a platinum album, hot tour spots, and new artist trophies from both the CMA and ACMs. And 2012 isn't looking to be much of a snooze fest either. Had 1 part Grammy nomination with 1 part Paisley tour, and TBP is serving up the perfect recipe for success.
I can't believe it's a brand new year already. 2011 was a huge, huge year for the band Perry, and we already have a ton, like a list this long of goals for 2012, not the least of which is a brand new album, which we're working on right now. And I guess we head into the studio in February to begin recording, but just before that, we're going to go to the Grammys for the very first time. And, you know, our fingers are crossed. We're in the Best New Artist category, representing country music.
We caught up with the trio in Nashville during rehearsals for their opening slot on Paisley's virtual reality tour. Amping up the square footage of their set, the siblings were eager to get some tips from the man himself on how to pull off such a visually stimulating show.
We are really big on the production element of the show, just making it not just great musically, but also visually as well. I was talking to Brad Paisley the other day, and he said he's been up late nights working on some cartoon for a show that he plans to put up on the screens. And I was like, in a small way, I can relate to you, because this production stuff, it can take it out of you.
My favorite thing to do is to get brand new songs that we've written into the rehearsal room, because just hearing our band behind it, as opposed to just the 3 of us on acoustic instruments and bass, brings the song to life in a whole new way. And so we've been kind of filtering through some of our new songs, figuring out what's best for the Paisley set. And then we're actually going to head into the studio in February and March to record the album. So there'll be even more brand new songs on the back half of the Paisley tour as well. Can't wait for you guys to hear the new stuff too, though. We're so excited.
Well, to find out where you can catch the band Perry and Scotty McCreery on the road with their boss Brad Paisley, check out gactv.com or headlinecountry.net. Well, Martina McBride is about to release a brand new collection of her biggest hits. That tops our look at the stories making country headlines this week. Martina McBride is riding into the new year with a new collection of music, or rather a new collection of old music. The superstar has just released Hits and More, a 20-track compilation of some of her biggest songs. This one's for the girls, Independence Day, Ride, and Wrong Baby Wrong all made the cut, along with 3 all-new tracks. Hits and More is available anywhere music is sold. When Keith Urban got the call to write and record a new song for the upcoming motion picture Act of Valor, his response was simply, "I'm in." Keith co-wrote For You with his close pal Monty Powell. It marks the first time that the singer has written and recorded a song specifically for the big screen and will be featured during the film's closing credits. The Naval SEAL action thriller hits theaters February 24th, just 3 weeks after Urban is scheduled to make what will be his first appearance following vocal surgery, February 3rd at the Grand Ole Opry. The The price of gold is on the rise for Luke Bryan, Dierks Bentley, and Miranda Lambert. Luke's latest single, I Don't Want This Night to End, is already a top 5 hit, and now comes word that the ballad has been certified gold for sales of over 500,000 copies. And he's not the only one raking up some serious bling.
Am I the only one who wants to have fun tonight?
Dierks Bentley is having a little fun of his own in the new year. The singer's previous single, Am I the Only One, has also hit the benchmark sales status. The smash hit became his 8th career #1 last fall and serves as the leadoff track to his upcoming album, Home, which will hit stores February 7th. Well, diamonds may be a girl's best friend, but Miranda Lambert has no trouble settling for gold. Released November 1st, her critically adored For the Record album has achieved gold status faster than any of her 3 previous albums, all of which have been certified platinum. Along with the start of her On Fire tour this week, the singer has just released the 2nd single from the collection, Over You, written by Miranda and her husband Blake Shelton. The song is about Blake's brother, who died in a car accident when Blake was a teenager.
They say I'll be okay, but I'm not going to ever get over you. Crazy girl, don't you know that I love you?
1 month after landing their career first #1 with Crazy Girl, the Eli Young Band has earned another milestone honor. The breakout hit has been named Billboard's 2011 Country Song of the Year. The track, which has now sold over 1 million downloads, is the leadoff single to the group's current album, Life at Best. Still to come, we'll introduce you to the 8 semi-finalists for this year's ACM New Artist of the Year. Earlier this week, GAC debuted our look at the 8 semi-finalists for the ACM's New Artist of the Year award. Now, those 8 are going to be culled down to just 3 that can call themselves nominees. Those 3 are up to you. If you vote now at gactv.com/ACM. To remind you who these 8 semi-finalists are, here's a quick recap.
Are you gonna kiss me all night?
When you guys got this thing going together, I mean, everything came together.
Once we decided to put Thompson Square together and just be together all the time, chasing the same dream, that's when everything started kind of taking off for us. And it's been even doubly blessed to be able to do what you want to do with the person that you want to be with, you know.
That makes it extra special.
To be recognized by your peers, by your fans, by the ACMs. I mean, does it just get you so excited for what's ahead in 2012?
It keeps us hungry to continue to try to better ourselves and just deliver great music.
So many chapters of your life already written. Is it weird to use the word new?
I can't count how many times I've been on an airplane and I'm carrying my guitar through the airport, or checking into a hotel with my guitar. Or, you know, somebody asks me, you know, what do you do? And I say I'm a singer. And then you go through that whole process of trying to convince them that you really are, in fact, a singer. Every artist is still new in some ways. You know, there's still so many people that you can reach. I want to always be new because that shows that you're growing and more people are finding out about you and learning about your music.
Lover, lover, lover.
Most people would think they had made it and reached the pinnacle if they got a Garth Brooks cut. And you did. And, did you feel that way?
Good ride, cowboy, good ride.
I had the opportunity to be a part of Good Ride Cowboy for Garth Brooks, you know, and honoring Chris Ledoux. As a songwriter, it definitely was something that I, you know, don't know in my heart if I'll ever be able to top. But it, you know, it was a snapshot in my life that I'll never forget, and every night we try to celebrate just a little bit more.
You're okay with the title New, aren't you?
Sure. Yeah, you can call me New as long as you like.
Here in small town USA.
You've always been a grounded guy. This business doesn't seem to have ever affected you. And is that something that you've made a conscious effort to avoid?
You know what, I don't know that I've consciously said I can't change. I just kind of don't. I realize that all of this could be gone tomorrow. You know, this is a gift from God that I get to do this for a living.
If heaven wasn't so far away.
I just try to, like I said earlier, not take it for granted and try to go out and enjoy every day and hopefully touch some people's lives along the way.
I love you this big.
Even with the stuff post-American Idol, things have been moving pretty quick, but to you it's got to almost have been slowing down since the American Idol rush. Is that kind of reality?
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm telling you, on the show, on the actual show, it was literally nonstop, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We were working and practicing the songs.
1 million copies. You got a platinum album at 18 years old.
It's, they just told me yesterday, so I still haven't had time to really process that or anything, but it says a lot about my fans out there and the fans of country music.
Nobody loves trouble as much as me.
One single. This is a pretty cool deal.
It is. I was honestly very shocked. One song out of the gate, and then here you are, you're getting accolades for potential best new artist of the year at the ACMs. I mean, in the company of guys like Justin Moore and Jerrod Niemann, who I have a lot of respect for, and I love the music they make. It's like, when am I gonna wake up?
Till all those goodbyes made you mine. Yeah.
I still don't know if this is a joke, if you guys are about to say, hey man, we're just kidding, bro, you know.
Not many artists can say they've had the kind of exposure that you've had at this stage of their career. I mean, that's got to be gratifying.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. I almost feel spoiled. It's really cool.
If you gotta be somebody's heartbreak, be mine.
People probably used the word prodigy growing up a lot. Did they use that?
Yeah, and I feel weird admitting that. And,
but did you feel like you had a gift of music?
I do feel like I have a musical thing. I was born with it. I was born to make it. This is what I love to do. It's what I live and breathe.
There's no denying that you're responsible for some pretty big hits that have terrorized radio. What was that like to watch those songs? Did it just only light the fire even hotter for you to do this on your own?
Definitely. As a songwriter, that was a big step for me. You know, it was my first major cut as a single. With My Kind of Party and watching it march up the charts, and then Dirt Road Anthem march up the charts was it was an interesting process.
It's my kind of party.
How did you know you had the talent to pull it off?
I didn't. I never knew. I had no idea it'd turn out like this.
Amen.
And there you have it, your 8 semi-finalists for this year's ACM New Artist of the Year. You can vote right now at gactv.com/ACM. Voting ends January 30th. If you missed our whole show dedicated to the 8 semi-finalists, you can catch it on January 22nd at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and again at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For more air dates, check out gactv.com. The 47th Annual ACM Awards will be broadcast live on CBS April 2nd from Las Vegas. When we come back.
Next thing I know, I was face first in the snow, which right now is kind of icy out here.
From beautiful Mount Crested Butte, Colorado, home to the first annual Crested Butte Songwriters Festival, I'm Stormy Warren. Now, one last update from our journey to Colorado. The mountain did take its fair share of victims. Jake Owen cracked his collarbone. I broke my thumb. So Jake, last time we talked, you were in one piece. Now you're in about 6 other pieces.
Yeah.
What happened?
It was a freak thing, and it's funny you said that. You're right, I was in one piece, and I was fired up. I remember you guys were filming me as I was getting on the chairlift. I was all fired up. Oh, I'm gonna go charge this mountain, you know, being a cocky little kid. But I was just coming down a regular slope. It was actually a really freak thing, and I looked left. I ride right foot forward, and I was snowboarding. I looked left to make sure no one was merging on the other trail, and next thing I know, I was face first in the snow, which right now is kind of icy out here, and I hit. They measured it. It was 17-inch diameter round ice block. So I didn't see that. Didn't see that one coming.
Now, in pain is probably a safe observation.
It's not, I'm not, well, right now I'm feeling no pain, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it comes and goes. But yeah, they had me on an oxygen. I sent a picture to my mom. They had me on an oxygen tank up there, and because it's hard to breathe with the pain meds and stuff. It's hard to breathe anyways, no matter where you are with pain medications. And then up here with this altitude, it makes it even harder. So it's, man, you know what? It's part of living life. It's part of rocking and rolling. You don't, you know, if you're not following, you're not learning. So pick yourself back up and keep on going.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
We will be back, Mount Crested Butte. Take care, everybody.
I got these wheels a turning, inside my heart is burning for her, Colorado. Once I cross that state line, I've left her for the last time. My heart knows my soul's in Colorado.